Hi, it's Keith. Welcome back to Life Journey Productions, the studio. We are here today to talk about something that's very dear to my heart, and it's the little bits. I'm not sure where that slang comes from, but a shout out if it's European. But I love that. We would call here in the United States the little things, but I love the idea of the little bits. They can matter, and you never can underestimate how something like this can be so significant to your success in photography and video production. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back. Hi, I'm Keith. I thank you for joining me today. We want to talk about the little things, the little bits, the things that really matter in production. So I have a little table full of some little things here. You can take a look at them. We're not going to get a chance to cover all of them, but all of these things are really important, and they all kind of fit in the bigger picture, even with some of the things I have here on the desk with me. And we're going to take a look at those right now. The first thing I want to talk about is when I got my Godox UL150 lights. I got two of them, and they're mounted above my head. You can see here in the photograph, and they have soft boxes on them, but it did not come with the remote control. And now it does have an app. I don't mind apps. They're really cool. I use the app all the time on my Elgato key lights that I use around my desk. In fact, I'm using one of those now to light the front of the table because I want to light it a little different than I do me in this shot. But I didn't get a remote control with my purchase. I don't know why. It's not that expensive. If you're listening, Godox, every single one of your lights that can use a remote should come with a remote. But I love just having this on the table with me, and if I need to raise and lower the lights, I have control over both of my lights. I have one on A, one on B channel, group, and I can adjust them. If I wanted to add more lights, I can. So I love the idea that I can adjust the brightness of these two lights, and I have them positioned because you never know and if I'm gonna have a guest or anything. So right now I have a key and kind of using the other one as a fill, and I have some lights over my head, and you can look at that video on the Auto Pole 2 by Manfrotto. And the other lights that I have behind me are the Great Video Maker lights, the 50 RSs. I have two of those, and they're above my head on the Auto Pole, and you can look at both of those overview reviews here on my channel. But this is important, so I ordered this. It took a while to get, especially during COVID, but I got the remote now and I absolutely love it. It sits here on the table. So the little things, the little bits do matter. This makes my life so much easier. Now, how does it help me? It helps me because I don't have to get up and get down, and I can just really adjust lights right here, which brings me to my light meter. Again, it's a small thing. It's not inexpensive. This is the L-478DR. I use these for my flashes, as well as my lights here in the studio. So if I'm shooting video, I can check the lights. If I'm doing photography, it has the wizards built into it. So I can literally use my pocket wizards with this particular Sekonic remote light meter. And I use this. This is really important because I can sit here with my remote control from Godox. This is the RC-A511 or LL, I'm not sure, or II, but that's the remote control. And this gives me the ability to check the lights. I can meter those lights, take a look at these lights, and I can use this as key and fill. And however I want to do it, I can also check my hair lights, and I don't like them super bright. I like just a little definition, and so I can do all that just sitting right here, and that makes life so much easier, including my mouse, which right now I'm actually able to switch cameras and show you a close-up, or go back to my little bit wider shot, or go over to my close-up shot, and I can do all that with a click of a mouse. So these little things definitely matter. And there's so many videos out there right now on all of the big things, but I wanted to do a video on the little things. The next thing up is, obviously we all know what these are. This is little, hold it up here. This is the little SSD card, and it has the micro SD card in it. And we're using more and more of these. You'll see these micros in drone usage. Also, I have 2 DJI products. Here's the DJI Action right here, and it takes this micro. And so we need something to hold these little bits. So I have this little case, and I keep these inside the SSD adapter, and that way I can use those. And I'm not stuck without those tools, so I keep this with me on every shoot. This is all my extra cards. I keep the little micro SDs inside the adapter, and I slide these right in my little case. I just picked this up, I believe, at Best Buy, and it was great. So I keep those with me all the time. But that's not the only thing that we need. We also need something, this goes in my kit. This is my mobile little adapter. It's got USB-C on one side, it's got USB on the other side, and it actually will let me upgrade firmware as well, because it flips open. And I'll show this to you real quick. It gives me the ability to use this adapter here as well. So I love the fact that I can do firmware updates, put my SD in the side here, or my micro, and I can use it for fast editing with the USB-C adapter, and I can also use it with either one of these adapters. So again, this is a great little bit to have with you, and life would not be the same without one of these. And so I picked that up, and I can keep this with me in my kit. So it's very, very important to me. Going around the table, here's another little bit too. Lots of people are familiar with this. This is the Camlink. This is the 4K version, and that lets me get HDMI into my computer, right? So it's got USB on one end, HDMI on the other end, and if you want to take like I'm a Canon shooter mostly. I do shoot with DJI as well. I have the Action and the mobile, and I also have the Pocket. And the mobile I actually use with my phone, the gimbal. So I like the stabilization, I like the quick shooting, I like to take little kits with me when I'm just out and about. So if I want a stable shot, I can use my DJI Pocket, and there's a version 2 out. There's great videos out there, so shout out to those guys that are doing some unboxings and some overviews over the new drones by DJI, as well as the new DJI Pocket version 2. So again, this Camlink is very important with everybody who's doing Zoom calls, everybody that's doing YouTube, people that are just doing product videos, shoots for their business and all that stuff, and they want to be able to get the HDMI cable from their cameras into their computer. This is a necessity. Again, this is Camlink, and this is by Elgato. And they make some great products, so check out the link below and look at the key lights and their new key light airs, as well as all of their other products. Really popular with gamers that want to stream from their Xboxes as well as from their PlayStations. And so those have been around for a while. And then going around the table, obviously if you have any kind of USB-C, you may not have the right end. And so when I got my scan disk, which is right here, which I use another little bit. This is a 2 terabyte scan disk, super fast. The nice thing about these is they're really super portable. You can see how thin it is, fits in my hand. They seem to be compatible with Blackmagic ATM minis, the Pro and the ISO, where you can record directly from a USB-C port in the back of those. And so I have one right now I'm recording on. This is my other portable one. I actually have 4 of these, and I love to edit right from these. So a lot of people are wondering how you can do editing on the fly and you can organize your files and all that. I use these so I can edit on the fly. So I'm out mobile. I'm going to get the footage on here here as quick as I possibly can. I'm going to do all my editing from these scan discs. So I'll keep a client's whole project right here until I'm done with it. Then I'll back it up and then do the next project on that, or anything I'm working on. So these little bits matter because this adapter is designed to go specifically. It comes with the scan disc and it fits right on here, and it lets me use a regular USB-C port, just the regular USB 2.0 output if I don't have a USB-C. So if I don't have a fast port, or if I do have some fast 3.0 ports, I still need this adapter because it doesn't have the USB-C adapter. So that's important. Also on this table is my Canon batteries. So obviously we are all familiar with this, but I put it out here because these are normal bits that we all have to use. I can't use my Canon cameras without a charged battery, a number of these. And obviously a Canon goes through, or Canon will go through a lot of these, especially if you're doing anything really high end and using all the video and autofocus. And so having these charged up are really important. A trick I learned online years ago is that if it's charged, I'll put these little brackets on the blue side. So this says that it's ready to go. And if it's needing to be charged when I get back from a shoot, I have it like this. And where the two boxes are, there is no blue there. It looks like blue, but that's just white. And so I know that this is dark, which means it needs to be charged. And I know as I go through my bag, these are the ones that are charged because the blue shows through. So that's a great little trick with that. These little rubber bands, these go to my my shotgun mount, which I have my NTG on it right now. And so having spare little bands is really important if one breaks on a shoot. Having those in my kit are really important. I use these lightning adapters because I love using the Rode Lav Plus mic. This is a great little microphone. It's a lapel microphone by Rode. Sells for about $69 online, United States. And again, this has got a TRRS end. And you can see it's got the 3 little lines, and you need the adapter to plug it into your smartphone. And I can use this as an on-the-fly interview microphone if I need to. I have apps on my smartphone to use these, as well as just a recording device. So this could be a mobile recording device, and I can do a shoot real quickly anytime. I also keep an adapter for this for my DJI Action. And I'll talk more about that at a different video, but it plugs right in the side, and then this plugs into this adapter. So I have to go from TRSS to TRS, which is stereo. So this is 3 lines, and this adapter adapts down to 2 lines, which is stereo, which then makes it compatible to my DJI adapter for my action camera. So again, having these little bits in the bag are super important. Also, this little windscreen for outside if the wind is blowing, it's important to have this to pop on my lav microphone, which cuts down on some of those low frequency rumbles that you get when you're outside in the bad weather, and then a bag to put it all in when I want to be portable and just throw it in my pocket. I just pop all of this stuff in this bag by Rode, and I'm ready to go, including my adapters. I always keep these around. I have 2 on my table right now because I always have these so I can find them real quickly. So I'll have 3 or 4 of these. They're not that expensive because I always want to be ready in a fly. Now, something else I thought was really cool today, I discovered as a little bit, is this little puppy right here. This is super important, that little teeny adapter. And why is that important? Well, if I want to use this tripod head, I would have to have this adapter in it. And these will screw into some of my equipment. A lot of times I'll travel with it in here just in case, because if I want to use this tripod right here, switch cameras again, then I have to have that adapter in order for these to screw together. So that little teeny piece makes the difference between me being able to set up real quickly on my table and have a tripod. So that little teeny bit is super, super important. And then let's go to, these are really important. They have both ends on both sides, again, to demonstrate that. With the adapter in here now, this end fits. But if I didn't have the adapter, then I would use this end. So obviously if I want to use real quickly a clamp, like this clamp by Impact, this is a super clamp. If I wanted to use this real quickly, I can adapt this on here and use it real quick, or I could just use the adapter that comes with it, and I have some of those as well, and they plug right in this slot right here, and they have different ends on them, and so you keep those in your bag as well, and then that can just pop right in here, and then you can screw it down, and you have another way of attaching the skinnier end. And so it adapts. These super clamps are super important, and they'll clamp right on the table, and I'm ready to go. Now it has the adapter built into it, and again, if I don't use this adapter, let me get the close-up camera here so you can see it, but screwed in here, right here is this little adapter, and without this little adapter, I can't then pop it in right here and make it better off for a table. So now this fills in the gap, and now when I go to clamp it on a table, it's gonna grab a hold of it, and that little adapter screws right in to the super clamp. So everywhere I go, I have that adapter if I need it, or if I want to put this on a pole or on a C-stand, I just simply pop this adapter out. I stick it right back on here to store it. Screw this down to tighten it in so it doesn't fall out. That also tightens this in. So I can have it in here and be using that little adapter. And I also now can screw this on to a C-stand, because now I have more of a rounded grab, and that tightens it up. And there's rubber around that. We'll talk about these Impact super clamps at another date. And then the last thing that I really wanted to talk about on this table, besides my little tool here, is these. This is a GoPro adapter. Again, very important little tool. The reason that's important is that I can't put my DJ Action on a mount like this. This is my new mount I just got, and I'll be doing a review on this. I can't put this together without one of these little adapters. So I keep a lot of these in my kit as well, because I have a lot of these bits together that pop together, but if I don't have the adapter, then I can't use it. So I keep extra ones of these around, and then obviously I can just simply put this together, screw it in, and now I have the ability with this clamp to use my camera. With this adapter, I literally can flip it around, and I can aim it with all these different little adapters. Turn that on. There you go. So I got the shot because I had that little adapter, and if I didn't have that adapter, I would be in trouble. So lots of these little things really do matter. Can't use my tripod without that. I got the ability to edit on the fly. I have these adapters, these lightning adapters when I need them. I also have an HDMI to mini HDMI adapter, and these are things I try to keep in my kit all the time, and they're very important, and they make video production a lot easier. I hope that this helps you out, that maybe you understand a little bit more why those little pieces are important. I don't know what kind of little bits that you use. Maybe there's something that you recommend. This is a little small rig, little miniature tool that I have, and it's got Allen wrenches and screwdrivers, a little pry bar on it, and it also has the ability to put these little really important screws in them, because these are one of the #1 things that I think we lose in this business. And without these adapters, then you can't use your tripod heads, because I need this adapter in the bottom of this tripod head in order to hook it on to my camera. And so even having that little adapter able to screw in the side of this gives me a backup in my kit at all times. And that way I'm not caught out on a shoot and not able to use my camera or my tripod. So again, little bits matter. I hope that this has been helpful. Thanks for tuning in to Life Journey Productions. I have a couple new videos coming out very soon on other things I'm using here in the studio. Thank you for joining me. If you like these videos, like, subscribe, share them with your friends, and I hope to see you back here on the next video. Here's this little adapter you can see here, and it has the TRS, which is stereo input, and then lightning, so you can charge it while it's on there. But in order to use the Rode Lav Plus, you're going to need to have the adapter that takes it from TRRS, which is 3 lines, to just 2 lines, which is stereo. So you plug the adapter in, then you plug the Rode Lav Plus adapter into this, and this is what the audio sounds like just using the Osmo Action, the DJI, and this is what it sounds like when you put the Rode lapel mic in, the Lav Plus. So again, the little things matter. This is a little adapter in my kit, lets me get good audio from the DJI Osmo Action, and there you have it. I hope you realize that little things matter.